Hello, I'm Dev Kulkarni, and today I would like to take you through how easy it is to create reports out of ERP systems, in particular in this example, SAP. This is targeted for end users who may or may not have much knowledge about SAP internals and how easy it would be for them to create reports. So here I am logging into eQube-BI and I go into Explore data. Explore is more like a search, and I type in purchase order by vendor. Now the system might have knowledge of purchase order in different contexts. It could be a purchase order, it could be purchase order number, and so on. So I select purchase order here, next, and then it asks me a question about what do I mean by vendor. In this case, I do mean vendor. It could be vendor name, it could be vendor number, and so on. Now, the system automatically figures out that there could be filters to this report, and here it is entering the names of the vendors. So I'm just going to select a few vendors in this filter, and there I have the report. So what the chart is showing me is the purchase order for each of the vendors, the bar chart, and I have a tabular information below that. Let's play with this report a little, and maybe I'll just add a ring chart to this, which is showing me the distribution of purchase orders per vendor. Now, on the left-hand side, I have the names of the columns. I'm picking up city and dragging it to the top corner there, as you can see. What that does is it's creating a hierarchy. So you have purchase order by city now. So a hierarchy is generated where you have purchase order, and underneath that you have city and the details of the purchase order below that. So if you can see on the ring chart, it's showing me names of cities and the distribution of purchase orders per city. Maybe I'll play a little more here, play with the themes. Maybe I don't like the looks, so I just go and change the theme. So the whole report changes. And now I have another column which is quantity. Maybe I drag that and drop it onto the bar chart. Now what you see is the bar chart has changed. So it's got two bars. And the dark blue one is showing quantity besides the net price that was being shown earlier. You can take material and drop it on the left-hand corner on the top, and I have a hierarchy that's built in the table below. So in a while, I'll just drill down there and show you what I mean by that. But here I'll just change the names and just make this report look a little better. These charts are all drillable, so I can drill up and down to see more details or less details. Now, this is what I meant when I was dragging material. So what you see over here is air filter, and below that you see purchase orders related to air filters, disc brakes, and so on. So there is a hierarchy that got built in this table. Here are some of the attributes of the report. I could obviously hide some of them if I don't need them. I'm going to go back to Explore data and get some information on sales order. So distribution of sales by country. And again, as before, it asks me more questions about this, and I select sales for country. There are various interpretations of country. I'm making sure that it is country in the SAP connection that is being selected here. And here are the default filters that are generated. So I'm entering a few countries, France, Cuba, and so on. So I have a sales distribution by country. That's it. It was just a simple English phrase that resulted in this report, and now I can play around and get more intuitive information into this report. So I'm changing the hierarchy once again. Now what I'm doing is add a geo chart which shows a map, and it's showing the distribution on the map. I can, just change the name of the title. Change the look and feel of how it looks. Just changing the outline, the background. I just dropped sales onto this pie chart, so it's got another hierarchy built into it. Now, what is important to note here is what happens behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, there is a natural language processing that's happening. So it actually understands what is being typed, breaks it into semantics that is also built into the product. So semantic concepts are aware of what a sales order is. It knows what distribution means in terms of SAP. So it is actually able to build reports without actually having to do any coding. This is all built into the concept of eQube-BI. So there are various concepts built. There is a concept for PLM. So when you're talking about PLM, you're talking about engineering bombs, you're talking about change management and so on. When you're talking about SAP, the domain consists of sales orders, inventory, and all of the information related to manufacturing, perhaps. And these concepts are built into the product, which makes it that much easier to build reports for the purpose that the user is working in. Now, this example that I just showed you uses eQube-BI's SAP connector, and this connector connects directly to SAP. It is SAP certified, and it uses underlying SAP object, or they call it business object model of SAP. There is no intermediate storage, and you're directly logging in as the user, that whoever is running this report, and therefore the security is leveraged. So if I am a user on SAP, whatever privileges I have, I automatically inherit it in the report. I will not get information that I'm not allowed to see in the report. Thank you very much.